function for the Doctors' Day which was organized in Mumbai, and I had promised you to attend that function also, but unfortunately I could not attend that function in 2014. And then I was in the Health Ministry for only about 6 months, and then I went to Science and Technology Ministry and Ministry of Earth Sciences, and later on I had Environment also. But last year the Prime Minister asked me to take over the responsibility of the Health Ministry again, along with Science and Technology and Earth Sciences. And last year also I wanted to come and basically participate in your function which you had organized, and I have been watching your activities from a distance, but I have now known you for almost 6 years, and I know that as a professional radiologist, postgraduate, you have a good connect with good doctors all over the country, and on number of issues which are of great relevance for the society and for the country. You are motivating doctors, involving them, and you are in the process of creating, I think, a good quality social movement around health issues. I was particularly impressed with your Save the Girl Child movement, and then of course especially the Fit India program that you had been working on, and this is something which is really remarkable. And I know that we as doctors, in fact, we ignore our own health quite a bit. The very fact that you keep reminding doctors about the importance of remaining fit also, and then also preach the same principles to the society, that I think is a great initiative. And you are well aware that in the recent years, last year itself, the Prime Minister launched the Fit India movement for the whole country. I'm sure he must have had some feedback about your movement also, and this is something very unique, because I had been working with the World Health Organization for many years earlier also, and I know that 20 years back in 2002 on the World Health Day, that is on 7th of April, the theme that was given by WHO on the World Health Day was a very simple theme, that was Let's Walk for Health. And I used to work in WHO at that time, and I could appreciate that on the lifts also they had written that don't use me, and that's how the culture had changed at that time. So as I said, I was very impressed with your Fit India movement, and this is something that we have to preach and also practice within our medical community. I am told that there are very leading doctors who are also participating in this function as super speakers. So I am not a super speaker. I have just come to wish all of you good health. And as this program is around the Doctors' Day, so 2 days from now we will be remembering our great icon Dr. V.C. Roy also, who has been a great leader, not for the society or the country, but also for the medical profession. He had been an icon who he has been an icon who basically worked for the medical profession in all the capacities, as also the President of the Medical Council of India, also the President of the Indian Medical Association, and of course as the Chief Minister of West Bengal. So 1st of July will be his birth anniversary as well as his death anniversary. So it is rightly called the Doctors' Day by the government and the society. So first of all, I would like to wish all the doctors who are participating in this function as well as others all across the country through you, all my good wishes, and I pray for their good health on the Doctors' Day, because these are very difficult times, not only for the country but more particularly for the medical community. And we all feel in the society, everybody feels proud about the contribution of the doctors at this critical juncture. Unfortunately, in the last 4 or 5 months, we have lost a couple of a few doctors also, and many other paramedics in our fight against COVID. Today morning itself, I was confronted with the sad news of the death of an anesthetist in Delhi who was admitted in Max Hospital for the last couple of days. So this contribution of our corona warriors will always be remembered. It will go down in history as a, I think it will be written in golden letters, and country will always remain indebted to them. So I wish to congratulate all of you on this Doctors' Day. Our Prime Minister, he took that historic, made that historic appeal on 22nd March, and got the whole country rise to the occasion, and then felicitate the doctors at 5 o'clock. Dr. Anjali Chhabaria, Dr. Mohsin Wali, Padam Shri Dr. Mohsin Wali is from the same alma mater. You had specifically asked me to talk a bit about how we started our fight against corona in India. So number one, you will all feel very happy to know that India is probably the first country in the whole world to have responded to this news of COVID-19 pandemic. On 31st of December, the Chinese authorities had started talking about cases of pneumonia with unknown etiology, and on 7th of January they told the whole world, including WHO, about the arrival of a new coronavirus. So here in this ministry where I am sitting right now, experts, I'm sure I'm audible to everybody. Dr. Sunita, am I audible? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, 7th January we got the news, the whole world got the news, but in this health ministry we organized the first meeting on 8th of January with all our experts, epidemiologists, public health experts, WHO, everyone. And that's how we respond to any outbreak anywhere. And within the next couple of days, by 17th of January, we had drafted our detailed health advisories for all the states in the country. We had planned our community health surveillance activities. We had planned our point of entry surveillance, and we started screening passengers at 7 major airports in the country, which ultimately we increased to all the 30 airports and all the flights from all over the world. We screened over 15 lakh passengers of 15,000 flights. We started screening at the 65 major in fact minor and 12 major seaports. Also, we started screening at our land borders with Nepal, in all the 5 states, and screened over 20 lakh people. And then, in fact, we got the first case in Kerala on 30th of January. And at any particular point of time, we were, in fact, we had over a few lakh people under community surveillance all over the country. So it was such an extensive exercise that we took. And in the initial 1 month to 1.5 months, we had trained at least a million health workers all across the country through various possible means. It was a very big task at that moment because it was a new virus, new disease. The handling of the disease was a different thing, and it was so difficult to not only sensitize and motivate and educate and train workers, right from doctors to paramedics to our grassroots workers like Asha. Also, we had to train the airport staff, the health staff, the police, and all these related people. And towards the end of January, the Prime Minister had made a working group of ministers, a group of ministers headed by me, which had another 4 or 5 ministers along with me. And in fact, during the course of the last 4 months, we had organized 17 big meetings. Yesterday was the 17th meeting. Prime Minister, you know, he in fact led from the front. He, at his level and at the highest levels also, continuously we had been organizing meetings. And then you have seen all the Janta curfew and the lockdown 1, 2, 3, 4, and then now the unlock 1 also. And very boldly we have taken the decisions, and very sincerely and dedicatedly we have tried to implement them, and we have monitored them. For every smallest possible thing, we have given the most detailed guidelines to the whole country. And I feel happy in saying that every state government has very religiously followed each and every guideline. I had the privilege to be continuously talking with all the health ministers, either on the phone or on the video conferences, or connecting with them regularly. The Prime Minister communicated with the Chief Ministers on half a dozen occasions. And we brought in our stranded people from other countries, and then recently we have brought lakhs of stranded people, Indians, all across the world. So it has been a very, very huge exercise, and the result is that I can very proudly say that today we are in a situation where the WHO has also officially appreciated the efforts of India. In terms of numbers, we may be the 4th country in the world with 5 lakh cases, but in terms of cases per lakh or cases per million or deaths per million, I think we have the best parameters in the whole world. Before lockdown, our doubling rate was just 3 days, and now it is more than 19 days. We have the least fatality rate, around 3% in the whole world. Today, UK's fatality rate is 14, and America's fatality rate is more than 5%. Brazil is also higher than us. And similarly, for the recovery rate, we have a recovery rate between 58 to 59% now. It's only Russia which has a recovery rate of about 60%, but the rest of the countries all across the world, their recovery rate is just less than our recovery rate. And we have developed a significant amount of infrastructure all over the country during this period in terms of dedicated COVID hospitals, dedicated COVID health centers, dedicated COVID care centers, which in total, if you count the whole number, it comes to almost 13 lakh beds all over the country, and we are still in the process of improving this capacity. And the progress that has been made in the establishment of labs. I think that is extraordinary, exemplary, and that is a sort of a record. A couple of years back, our samples used to be sent to America for these virological testings, and in January we had just about one lab in the country which could actually test for the coronavirus, and that was NIV Pune. That's close to the place Mumbai where you work. And now when I talk to you today, we have facilities in over 1,000. I think over it's the number is exactly 1,040 or so, because it's such a dynamic data changes every hour. If you talk to me after March, it could have changed, and we are. Yesterday itself, we tested 231,000 people in the country. Last month in the May, we used to talk about testing a lakh of people by 31st of May, but we could achieve that on 10th of May itself. And today we are testing the RT-PCR thing, we are testing the antibody, we are testing the rapid antigen technique. We are using all possible means, and we are simultaneously, our science ministries and our ICMR, along with the drug industry, scientists, everybody is working on vaccines, development of discovery of new drugs, and then trying the repurposing of drugs, also trying the Ayush thing and doing scientific research on the utility and usefulness of the Ayush products for prophylaxis as well as treatment. When we started our journey, we were a country where we didn't have any capacity for PPE production and all. And today we have hundreds of in a position, every day we are manufacturing 5. We are in a position to start distributing them to the whole, and it's almost something between 1 crore to 2 crore PPEs that we have distributed to the states during this period. It's between 1 crore and 2 crores. That's the number because it keeps changing. N95, 60,000 ventilators. It's virtually on every front that you can think of, imagine. We took the bold decision of, transporting, getting these migrant laborers shifted to their respective states. It was such a bold decision by the Prime Minister and the Home Ministry, because it was such a difficult and such a Herculean task to do that. And we could, number one, do that, shift lakhs of millions of workers to their respective states now. And now with the Atmanirbhar Bharat schemes and the schemes for the poor people, we are now planning to ensure that those workers, they get jobs according to their skills in their respective villages and the states. And we have been able to manage the crisis which was likely to erupt because of increase in numbers. So we are neither, worried about the increase in numbers as compared to the rest of the world. Our numbers are, and we are in a dynamic manner, we are ramping up and augmenting our testing facilities. We are giving this opportunity to for more and more people to be tested, so that we are not worried about the cases, but we are trying to ensure that people are not left undiagnosed, so that they continue to spread the infection in the society. I am pretty sure that like many other viruses which have come in the past, we have seen many. It's only smallpox and polio which has been eradicated from the country. Otherwise, we have so many. We saw the arrival of AIDS virus. We saw the arrival of hepatitis B virus. We saw Zika. We did not allow Ebola to enter. 2014, I was the health minister here. I did not allow Ebola to enter India. And last year when I took over, we had Nipah virus arriving India through Kerala, but we did not allow it to go out of Kerala. So So many viruses have come in the past, and I am sure that, like many other viruses, this coronavirus will become like a routine feature. It will become maybe endemic in some parts of the country or some parts of the world, and people will learn to live with corona. The good thing about the virus is that you know how to handle it, and it's not a very big rocket science that you need to. I feel sorry that you are not wearing a mask, but the doctors have to, I think, make sure that they wear the mask, and so that it gives the right. It's just about the hand hygiene, the respiratory etiquettes, and just maintaining that social distance, which is so important. And now the whole society, I think, and the doctors have to enforce all this. We have to make sure that the new normals for the society are actually implemented. They become a part of the routine of the societal working. And doctors will have to play a very important role in educating, motivating, and keeping the whole society, you see, under good quality disciplinary control. And I'm sure that organizations like yours will ensure that with many movements of health education, health awareness, positive health, promotive health, preventive health being strengthened with the help of doctors with exemplary passion like you and many others, and with movements like Fit India. In our health ministry, we have a very passionately, we have started the Eat Right India campaign also. So that is also very important, eating right and keeping yourself fit. And when I was environment minister, you know, I started the Green Good Deeds campaign for the environment. So I would appeal to all your colleagues and friends, while wishing you all my best for the Doctors' Day, I would appeal to all of you to ensure that we are helping the society in development of a very positive, very powerful health movement around, you see, social issues. And everywhere, if we have the health consciousness and if people are made aware that it is not only the responsibility of doctors, hospitals, or the health system to keep them healthy, but it is also their own responsibility by making amends in their lifestyles, by making amends in their food habits, by doing exercising, yoga, and ensuring physical activity every day, they can also keep themselves fit. So once again, I know you have a long list of people who have to talk to you. It's a long program. I wish I could have stayed with you for a longer time and could have heard many other doctors. But after the program, you can send me the video of the whole program, or maybe I can see that on the YouTube later on. I wish all of you and all my colleagues, and especially you, for organizing this function, my heartfelt congratulations and good wishes. I wish all of you can keep yourself protected from corona, and if you can ensure that our patients also recover well and they are taught the right lessons in protecting themselves in the best possible manner. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, it's the heartiest congratulations and a great speech you gave today and discussion we had. I know you since so many years and the work which you do. You can hear, sir?
Yes, I can.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear.
Yeah, so the kind of work you are doing, sir, is amazing and nobody can beat you in this country. Because the constant, the way you are working for the COVID-19, one of the amazing work, and every doctor is with you in entire country, sir.
Thank you so much.
I'm so thankful for your time, especially especially how you made it, and it's all happened in a very short time. Just the whole program was got organized. Only the 4 days, the day you said yes, the day we got yes, we are doing and we are coming. So I think the entire doctors are in country extremely happy to have you today. And the proud moment is that for us as a doctor, when medicine doctor, they go to the level of WHO and become executive chairperson, and the kind of work you are doing as a health minister is inspirational. In fact, I would say most of doctors should join you in the leadership to help our country, because when people like you come in the leadership, the impacts are more stronger. So I really, really thank you for your time, the way you made it, the way you keep my word every time, the way you support my campaigns, all the work which comes, the way you have done in the past is amazing. And I look forward working more strongly with the government, especially for the COVID. I had message, we had discussed Preeti Sudan also. If we can do something in COVID itself, will be a great opportunity where a lot of doctors are already working, but we can do a much, much better result we can bring to action with IFU personally, sir.
Well, let me tell you that I feel proud of all of you. You are already doing a commendable job for COVID, and it has been a matter of great privilege and pleasure for me being amongst my dear professional colleagues. Thank you so much, and I think on another occasion we will try and meet at a personal level in your next function in Mumbai when things become better all over the country. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. And because of the pandemic, this Delhi program is shifted to Maharashtra. And I was wearing this mic when I was inaugurating. And I thought, I would better on this. So thank you so much, sir. It was wonderful having you. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.